And my name's Jake. I did a commercial on Snickers peanut butter squares. So let's watch the commercial really quick.
Okay, so which one tasted better?
Steve.
Yeah, the guy.
With Lisa, I only tasted peanut butter and chocolate.
Lisa had just eaten a peanut butter cup.
But with Steve, I tasted something more. It was peanut butter and Snickers.
Peanut butter
You're
and
right.
Snickers.
Steve had just eaten Snickers peanut butter squared.
Steve was delicious.
Yeah. I'd love another taste.
Oh, certainly.
Eat both squares, please.
If you like peanut butter and chocolate, you'll love peanut butter and Snickers. Try new Snickers peanut butter squared.
Okay, this commercial wasn't too informative. It was just more of a funny commercial. And if I had to use 5 adjectives to describe it, I would say it was funny, informative, compelling, exaggerated, and it was definitely unrealistic. Alright, some observations that I made. There were both a woman and a man in the ad, and they were both represented pretty equally. The man's name that they used was Steve, and he was eating the product Snickers in the commercial. The product seemed to be somewhat far from the camera, but still at eye level, and you were still able to tell that he was eating Snickers peanut butter squares. The commercial was shot inside, so it used artificial lighting, and the colors were still bright and quite contrasting. There is text at the very end of the commercial of the ad when they were showing the actual Snickers up close, and it was in brown font and a yellow background. They used regular font. The ad showed a lot of animation with the sharks, obviously, which was really good animation. It wasn't too fake. There's no music in the advertisement, but they continuously talked throughout the whole thing. They never left any silence. They only said the product's named twice actually, but they showed it a couple times. The purpose of the ad: the product being sold were the Snickers peanut butter squares. I would have to find them appealing. I like the taste of Snickers, and the target audience is very broad for the product because most people or anyone could really of any age or gender could eat Snickers peanut butter squares, but for this commercial is more towards audience that would enjoy a good sense of humor and laughter, maybe towards a younger crowd. Um, the ad is trying to get a funny, humorous emotion out of the audience. Uh, I do use and eat the product because I find them to taste very good. A couple of consequences that the commercial could have at risk would be the chance that the audience that were watching the commercial didn't actually enjoy the product or think it tasted as good as they said it would be. Um, so yeah, it wasn't. I wouldn't consider it socially responsible just because it does not benefit society in any way. Um, so yeah, here's the 2 questions I put down. What is the main name in the commercial that the sharks tasted? Which his name was Steve. And was there any music in the background of the commercial? And no, there was not any music in the background. So yeah, this commercial used a lot more laughter and a humorous emotion to try to get the audience to buy their product rather than a very informative. And they were probably hoping that most people already knew the product. They were just um, reminding them. And yeah, I thought this was a really good ad, and it could hit a big audience, which was a good thing that they did. They didn't have to pinpoint too much of a gender or age group. They had a pretty broad audience. And overall, I thought it was a really good 30-second commercial.